Hi guys, welcome to my weekly update of the Big Brother Naija season 7 Level Up, and I'm still your host, Yellow Jerry. Okay, so last week we had evicted housemates, and another set of housemates has been evicted tonight again. How sad. Actually, one of the housemates that was evicted, I'm not a huge fan of Big Brother, yeah, but this year I actually had a favorite housemate, and it's been evicted. But before we get to that part, okay, so on Monday the head of house games were held here, and Adekunle from level 1 won the position of the head of house, and that made all of the level 1 housemates imminent of this week's eviction. Um, Later on, they had a wager task earlier, and during, like, I think it was on Friday. I don't remember the day, but last week's wager task was for each member of the house to create a Gen Z inspired outfit, which they would come to present as a group. And as always, as always, okay, maybe I'm sounding partial now. Yeah, it's not as always, but level 2 won, and I don't know. I feel like level 2 brings energy to the table when they're asked to deliver their task. I hate to be partial, I hate to be judgmental, but you know, the trenches are always hyping each other up, and I think that's a really lovely energy to bring to the table when in a competition, because to me Big Brother is a competition, right? Okay, so level 2 won the wager task. I think it was on Friday, and for the Saturday party we saw you know a lot of things that were fun. And today was the eviction night, and 5 housemates were nominated. Well, actually, earlier during this week, Adekunle, the head of house, predicted that 5 housemates would be evicted, which were Elebaye, Brian, Finna, Khalid, and Groovy. And tonight was the eviction night, and funny enough, Fina has always been into Groovy, so I think they started to, collabo and all of that. And during the eviction tonight, during the eviction, they were all cuddled up and they were wrestling each other. Well, the evicted housemates for tonight. Well, before I get to the evicted housemates, I must always give you suspense. Okay, so before the eviction began, at large, all the nominated housemates, which actually happened true to Adekunle's prediction during his diary session earlier the week. Ilebaye, Brian, Khalid, Groovy, and Finna were the nominated housemates. And Crayon from Maven Records opened the floor, for the show, and he gave us grooves. Of course, I don't know. Actually like Crayon. Like, I love his music, even though I'm not a huge fan. I keep saying I'm not a huge fan. I'm not a huge fan of so many things. But the one thing I'm not a huge fan of is, I don't know. Okay, so one thing I'm not a huge fan of, yeah, is bad energy. I totally dislike that thing. Like, bad energy, negative vibes, and back to the matter at hand here. So the nominated housemates tonight, sorry, is it the nominated? Sorry, the nominated ones were Elabaye, Khalid, Fina, Groovy, and Brian. It was sad to see Brian on the list, but it is what it is. So the evicted housemates for tonight were Elabaye and Khalid. So Khalid is actually the favorite housemate I was talking about. I don't know. I actually have a thing for outside guys. It's a secret. Not a thing, yeah, but I just really liked Khalid. I know. I like this vibe. Even though he was kind of always quiet kind of person, but I still enjoyed his vibe. But unfortunately, Big Brother said he had to go when he had to go. It wasn't made for the millions. Okay, so guys, that's it. That's a wrap on today's update of Big Brother Naija season 7 Level Up. See you same time next week. Adios, amigos y amigas. Bye bye.